Hello, welcome back to WarCup. We have WarCup number 510 to start with, and before that we are going to look at the results of 509. So, we had hgb-bize, a fantastic map. Quite a lot of people played it. We had 19 finishers in CPM and 5 in VQ3. I never improved my time there, but I did improve my time quite a lot in CPM with a new route, but we'll see what the incredible times, nearly 10 seconds faster than me, were able to pull off. And yeah, I'm just going to jump straight over into the game, wherever that one went. Where did my game go? There it is. I'm doing really good at this, and I'm going to actually swap back to the game for once, like I didn't last week. So first off, we have 1, 2, 3. Huh. I think I might have copied the wrong one there. Right, let's start off. Immortal. Is that correct? 1 second. Yeah, that is correct. Immortal played online. I wasn't expecting any online ones this week, so boom, let's go. VQ3. I missed the start slightly. Nicely done. Great power here. It does get the stack. Absolutely beautiful. 1, 2, 3. Up off the back there. Very nice with those 2 rockets. It's a lot of speed kept. Keeps 1 rocket by the looks of things. Not going to use it. So just not enough time to actually get that rocket off. Has to stop there. It was an awkward turn. There's not really anywhere to go with it. And very nicely done across the line. Very nice run there from Immortal. 4 seconds faster nearly, or 3.5 to Compomus. So apparently on that start with the plasma, you were meant to stop holding W through the corners. Pretty much everybody found that you could just, you know, not do that. And as long as you get the right angle, you glide across it. I think that's probably better. Alvorb said sorry for doing it, but I think it was probably easier. Very nicely done. Gets it clear around here. Ooh, very tasty, very tasty. Difficult to do, difficult to line it up. You can see that he was definitely struggling to make that turn, but did in the end. Probably took a few runs to get that. Horus taking the win here. Nice. Pre-stack. 1, 2. Delayed on that BFG, I think. Or actually, it's a slower reload time, so potentially not. Very nicely done through there. Good spacing onto the ramp. Very clean switch. Doesn't wait, which seemed to get a little bit better of an angle. Then waits on that second rocket to get the skim. And nicely with the final one. That was just very clean and very well, like, thinking about not using an extra rocket just for the sake of using an extra rocket, but getting the spacing correct, because it was quite difficult. Let's go with Rhodey, who got a 22.184. Third place. Yeah. There we go. Nicely done. Oh, 2,000 ups. Wow. Going too fast on the up. Yeah, coming across there. Forgot to mention that. That was going to happen. Oh, was able to use the extra rocket there. So you do keep the rocket. I wish I'd known that. I probably should have checked. And beautifully done. Pussifirth, or Pussifer, TH, the clan. Nicely done. Beautiful stack there. Yeah, this inside line, a lot quicker if you could get it. That was a PGB, I think. Well, not a PGB, but a rocket ground boost. RGB. It was red, green, and blue. Very impressive, if it was. And finally, Pneuma taking the win. the 20.4. Right on the edge, very nicely done. Fast sprocket switches. Up and off the edge, keeping all the speed. Wow, what a rocket there. The shooting front rockets, the last one doesn't even land, and it's a 20.4. Absolutely incredible run right there. Let's go and take a look. Oh yeah, there was this VQ3 mini cup. I completely forgot it was happening, but congratulations to Biotrix for taking the win. VCH second, kept third. CHV in fourth, Anton in fifth, and everybody else on finalists. And yeah, some pretty good plays. Very nicely done. There is an extra this week. I don't think I'm going to do it because the longest time on VQ3 is 8 hours and on CPM is 2.5 hours. I might give it a go, but you'll see. We'll see. And then we have Undead 02003 by Zoo for Undead. And let's hop on a server that has that on already. Boom. Let's swap into the game. Scene. Load the countdown timer. And boot her up. There we go. Right. Why did I join on hgb-bize? Damn it. This is last week's map. I want this week's map. I think the server page is delayed. Well, let's go find an empty one. Empty server. There we go. Map. Undead 020_3. Hopefully that was correct. Okay. We are in CPM. We are ready. Okay, so is there a faster up method? Are these... Is that double jumpable? That's a ramp. Okay, I think you just have to hit that. That's fine. What's this? Teleporter. Okay. Okay, that's a bounce pad or a... Yeah, bounce pad or a double jump. Interesting. This feels just like a regular Quake 3 map. Okay, you've got to go through there and around the back, right? This is going to be a very awkward map in VQ3. And that's the finish. Okay, okay, I can see that. I can certainly see all of that. Not sure if there's going to be any quicker ways to do a lot of this stuff. It'll be interesting to see what methods come up. There does appear to be some missing textures on this, like down low. So yeah, you have to take that because the green is on the trigger is on the other side. Remembering the route is going to be the hardest thing in the world for me. I am rubbish at remembering routes. But yeah, we can definitely get this better. Let's just brighten it up a touch. Okay, that doesn't seem to have helped too much. This, okay. Okay, that's a ramp. Yeah, we can use the ramp. Okay, we can use the ramp. Need to be... That was so bad, turning around and just ending up slower. Okay, yeah, just a standard old strafe map. It's just going to be about getting the strafes done well. Don't expect anything impressive. I am not a great strafer in Quake 3. And in fact, I might go longer in VQ3. I might only put 10 minutes into this in CPM and then flick off to VQ3. Just because... Ow, balls. Just because this feels like a good way to learn, just to focus on the basics of VQ3, which I haven't been able to do the last little while. I do also need to be focusing on the basics of CPM and just Quake 3 in general. I also need to remember to tap jump. I've been playing Minecraft where you have to hold jump for longer to get a full jump. And yeah. I was eating shit quite a lot of times thinking, why can't I make like a standard 4-block jump? And the reason is probably I wasn't pressing jump for long enough. It's been fun though. I've been enjoying playing challenging longer maps recently, both in Xonotic and Minecraft. So I might try some of them in defrag, possibly. But just things like VP 100. After last week's WarCup, I went and played VP 100. Fantastic map, fantastic map. Yeah. Yeah, this is just going to be a micro grind. I can imagine that there's going to be some insanely good runs on this. Whoops. Let's have a look what's this way. Cool. Yeah. Is this death? No. But there is some... Interesting. Invisible? Invisible secret? Or possibly just missing texture. Yeah, this is going to be interesting in VQ3, isn't it? I think you can jump far enough to get that straight away. That's a really tricky and annoying through the teleporter, actually. Completely throwing off your jumping. Because it doesn't reset that you've clicked until... Ah. Yeah, gotta be honest, probably going to be a short one this week. The map is fine. The map itself is very pretty as well. We'll have to look at when this map was released. Because, you know, other than the broken floor texture just here. Very pretty map. Ooh, that could be interesting if it skims. Yeah, you definitely can't get through here. There's no, like, button to hit. Silly like that, where you can shoot one of these wall posts or the lamp or something like that and lower this grid. No. No, no, no. You want to check that. You do want to check that. Then through here it is just going to be keeping tight. And then yeah, it's around that corner. It's just the wiggle I'm not quite getting. That's fine, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, absolutely destroy these maps, sure. Destroy my finger at the minute. So this teleporter drops you on the floor so you can teleport to jump. The other one drops you in the sky, so you have to be careful to actually remember to make sure that you press the jump button enough to jump. No. I can't see it, that's the other problem. I need an R_ambient. Overbright bits isn't enough. It's just brightened the brights and done nothing for the darks. Ah, I keep thinking it's that way because I see the dark and then realise what I'm doing. I am really bad. Like, if you think I'm bad at all the other modes in this game with weapons and stuff, I am even worse at Strafe, I think. I should be good. It's all I really play in Xenotic, but it's yeah, surprisingly hard to just realise what you've got to do. And how to strafe. There we go. I will take that. That was reasonably clean until a bit of panic at the end. I'm going to fly off to a different map and pull up VQ3. Let's restart the timer in VQ3 this time. Now the interesting thing will be, will anything really change? I don't think it will. I need to remember that. I can't... Can you ramp jump? No. So that's going to be the only way. Does it boost you just... Yes, it boosts you this way. It's not a velocity pad or anything. Okay, that's going to be tricky. Across there. This map was very much not built with VQ3 in mind and instead just vaguely edited to kind of work in VQ3. This would be a great practice for like Pew Pew Quake 3 maps though. Just for navigating around them. Like this flag run practice, which as far as I'm aware is kind of what defrag was originally. It was kind of CTF based. Like practicing the skills you might use in CTF while running with the flag. Yeah, you can get up there, but it is slow. Trippy. Right, I want to practice this section. Okay, so yeah, if I just get the right way, I'll be able to bounce off there, and hopefully just come straight through this door at some sort of angle. That's going to require ground frames. How bumpy is this? Because you can get caught in there, I guarantee you I will. But yeah, that probably requires a couple of ground frames. Then through here, I think the best is just to bonk that back wall. This back wall, then see where it lands me. And then you're kind of just aiming for here, and then that's just one circle jump into there. So that's fine. VQ3, the real pro mode, as they say. Yeah, there we go. Poor spacing. But hey, what can you do? Maybe I should learn to half beat. Do not give me the flag if we're playing VQ3. It's not worth it. Nicely spaced there. Okay, that worked out alright. That, I was too scared of hitting the pole on the inside, so instead I fucked up and hit the pole on the outside. Balls. Okay. Big respect to VQ3 players, by the way. Also, big respect to people who can improve their times after their first run. Because, yeah. I seem to set an incredible time on my first run quite often. Or for things where it's just about getting through, like the Minecraft maps I was playing for the last couple of days. I got through one really tricky section first time, and the only reason I knew it was tricky was because it wasn't the end of like that checkpoint, and I fucked up a really easy jump on the next section by just fucking it up, and completely proceeded to spend like 20 minutes trying to get through that section again. It might not have been that bad, like 10 minutes, but yeah. Incredible map called Project Run 2, if anybody enjoys their Minecraft parkour. Where's that bloody... I've got these I've got the trigger things on. I still don't know where I'm supposed to hit. Yeah, Project Run 2 is absolutely phenomenal map. Took me 75 minutes to complete and a bunch of looking at a guide. But that was just for one bit that was really kind of bullshit. But it has 24 unique endings, which is absolutely balmy. Go on. Yeah, okay. 40. Okay. I think I can get sub 40. That was a good start. This bit kind of sucked. Oh, I didn't get the skim. When did this map release anyway? Let's have a quick peek. So this map was added 17 years ago. Like that, I kind of cut these kind of maps. Any map that's using the base Q3 textures as all of the textures, I very much, like, I cut a lot of slack in weird design because it almost certainly was made 1,000 years ago. It's a tough map though. Very much does remind me of just any of the base Quake 3 maps, really. And a lot of the maps that I've played that are custom maps. You know, I could absolutely imagine picking the flag up from that spawn room, bringing it through a center like this. You know, up to that point, up to the point where you're teleporting and now going back on yourself. I can absolutely imagine this in a CTF map. Absolutely brilliant. Even this like rock start part, that would be, you know, you might have only one rock in the center of it or something for a CTF map, and it spawns a mega or something like that. In, you know, in both teams' bases. Okay. No. Oh dear. Oh dear. Why is my room heated up so much since starting to play this? Absolutely melting again. It's meant to be cooler. It's rained today for the first time in ages. It didn't rain a lot, but it has rained. Hopefully it won't rain too much tomorrow because I'm supposed to be getting bearings for my new scooter. Which is absolutely shagged. The bearings are. I got new grips, new bearings on the way tomorrow. That's not fair! The attention to detail to put in things like that are off the wall instead of just like that would have been a flat wall texture. It's an arch. To be fair, that's a copy pasted arch. But I would have had it flush. 100% would have just had it flush if I was building this map. And it's like the attention to detail to do that is absolutely of this era of map making. You know, blatant disregard for how well it plays, basically. Stairs are the worst thing ever invented. Yes, I am a Dalek. And that's going to do it, I think. 30-minute video will be fine for this. Yeah, I might come back and hit up that other map. Let's take a quick peek over at everything. Where's the window gone? There it is. Yeah, might take a look at AMD32 Run 2. I probably will boot it up at least. But yeah, bonus rating plus 40, that's quite a lot. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully we'll see some pretty good demos next week. I expect them to be relatively the same, but they should be good. You know, there could be a lot of runs. It could be a good map you want to grind out. We will see. Thank you very much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next week. If there's any pointers, if anyone's got any pointers for how I can not suck. If it's get good, fuck off. If it's not, please let me know. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.